Hello, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to talk about SQL processing using JSTL. So, already I talked about what are the points we need to take care of whenever we are dealing with the JSTL. So that point should be taken care in this example also. Now, this examples require one more point, that is installation of driver class. So why that is required? Because we are going to connect it with the database. So whenever the database connection is required, we need to have one extra jar file, that is called the driver jar file, and that driver jar file should be available in the class path, so that the Java can find out the class, that particular jar file. So let's start with the programming. uh, let's create a project, new dynamic web project, and here is JSTL SQL example. Okay, so the project is created. Now again, the same thing is required, like to configure the IDE, configure the IDE so that the IDE can find this jar file, the JSTL jar file, and to set it into the class path so that the server also can find out the jar file. So here is my jar file. Let me go jars, and I will first copy it. And I also require this MySQL connector, so let me copy it at the same time. Copy, and that I am going to paste in webinf lib directory. Okay, so now the server configuration is done. Again, IDE configuration is required. So let's go for the properties and Java build path, libraries, add external jar, and I just want to add this JSTL, and okay. So now my project is already configured for dealing with the SQL processing using JSTL. Now before start the processing, I just want to show you my database that I am going to use in this example. So the database which I am going to use is this test, and the database server which I am going to use is my MySQL server. So inside the MySQL server, I have this test database, and in that test database, I am working on this registration command as an table, and in this table I have certain number of rows, certain number of columns. So that column is reg ID, age, full name, gender, username, and user pass. So those are the columns available in this particular table. Obviously I have certain number of rows also available in this table. So my example will show you how to fetch out all these rows all these rows using the JSTL, and that row will be shown in form of a table in JSP. So that is the example which I want to show you. So let's start. First of all, I want to create a new JSP file, and I just want to give the name as a index.jsp. Okay, as you know, before starting any tag from JSTL, we need to tell the page compiler where is that tag. So to specify where is the tag, we need to use tag lib. The URI here I want to use is this, because I want to process the SQL, and the prefix which I want to use is SQL again, and one more tag library which I want to use is the core one. So I'm going to use this core1, and the prefix which I want to use for the core is C. Okay, so I'm ready. That means this JSP page is ready to interact with the SQL. So whenever we want to connect with any particular database, we require 4 information. The 4 information is the URL, and actually it is pointing to the database on a server. So that is the URL which is required. Second information which I require is the driver class, and this is actually for this example I am going to use JDBC 4 driver. In this example I am going to connect my JSP to the MySQL server. So the driver class name is com.mysql.jdbc.driver. So this driver we are going to use. Next is next information is username. Actually this username and the password are nothing but credential to unlock the database. So if the database is locked by the username and the password, then we require these 2 informations. So these informations are required while connecting with the any database. So let's just start connecting. So we are going to use SQL : set data source tag, and what this set data source tag does, it tries to establish the connection with underlying database, right? And if it is successfully connected with the database, then the connection object will be returned by this tag. So let's start. First information this database source requires, set data source tag actually requires is the not this one, the driver class. Which driver I am going to use, and I already mentioned that the driver is com.mysql.jdbc.driver. So this driver class is required to connect with MySQL server. Next information I require is the URL, and URL is something like this: JDBC this is actually the IP address and the port number on which the MySQL server is running. So the MySQL server is running on the local host, means on the same machine in which this index.jsp is running, and the port number used by the MySQL server is 3306. The test is the name of the database to which I want to connect. Then user, the user here is the root, and the password here is MySQL. So having all the information like driver, URL, username and the password, this set data source will try to establish the connection, and once the connection is successfully established, it will return the connection, or it will store the connection in the variable which I am going to use here, mycon. So after successfully establishment of the connection object is stored in this myCon object or myCon variable. Now once the connection is established, then we can execute any kind of query. So I'm going to show you the very simple query, that is the select query first, and then I will go for the insert or other queries. So here is the select query, SQL colon query, and whenever we will use this SQL query tag, that means we are going to write the select query. Okay, so first information I want to pass to this SQL query is which data source I am going to use. So I am going to use this data source, myCon. So that is written here. Okay, so using this connection, actually I am going to execute the query, and once the select query is executed, we will get result set. So that result set I am going to store in this variable result. Result set is nothing but a set of rows that is coming from the database, and those set of rows is basically the result of the query. So the query which I am going to write here is select start from registration command. So whenever we are going to use this SQL query tag, the query is obviously written in the form of the body of the tag. So the query is already written out. Now once the query is supplied, the query is executed against this connection, and then if everything is get successful, then we will get the result set. That result set is stored in this variable result. So let's start processing the result one by one. So and after processing, I want to show the result into a tabular form. So let's create a table here. That is the registration ID, age, full name, gender, username, and password. So all the things I want to show here, and okay, just I want to decorate it using the border. So border I want to set as a 1, so it will draw a thin border in the table. Now T body, okay, fine. So the result set is available in this result variable, and we need to process it. So how to process it? To process the result, I want a loop that is for each loop from the core tag, and I want to tell this for each loop which item I want to iterate, right? Which item I want to iterate one by one. So the item is nothing but dollar result dot rows. So from this result set is what? Nothing but a collection of rows that is coming from the database for this query, right? So if this query is executed, we are getting some of the rows from the database, and that set of rows is represented as a result set in the Java. So we are trying to fetch each rows from this result set. We are trying to iterate each rows from this result set. That means the row is fetched one by one, and then each individual row is represented by this row variable. Okay, so if we have the 5 rows available in the result set, then first row will be fetched and stored in this variable, the second row will be fetched and stored in this variable, third row will be fetched and stored in this variable, and so on. Now okay, so we are going to create a tr here, okay, and then we have the td. Now what we are going to show here is c:\out, okay, and what value we are going to display here is dollar row dot reg id. What is this reg id? This row is nothing but a collection of column, and the reg id is one of the column. Next, what I want to show is the age. Age is again one of the column. The third thing which I want to show is full name. Full name is nothing but a column. Gender, username, and the final thing which I want to show is password, or not the password, the column name is actually user pass. That we can let's verify all the column name from the database. The first column name is registration ID, second column name is age, third column name is full name, gender, username, and finally the user pass. So reg id, age, full name, gender, username, and user pass. That's the same column name I'm going to use here: reg id, age, full name, gender, username, and user pass. Okay, so let's see what happens with this for each loop. Let's run this. Nice. So we are getting all the columns and all the rows. So this is coming from the database, right? The first column is 555 80 RJD mail. Let's see the first column is same or not. Let me show. So one thing, if we note it down, the one, okay, I have applied some filter there. No problem. But one thing is there, this reg id is a primary key, right? So the result set which I am getting here is a sorted result set on the basis of the primary key, right? So that is what we are getting here. Okay, so this is what the result set coming from the database. Okay, now what if I want not to I want to insert something into the database, and then I want to fetch it out. So how to insert? Whenever I am going to use the insert, like whenever we are going to use the insert something into the database, we will use this update query, update tag. So update tag, we have the data source, to which data source we are going to use. So we are going to use again the same data set, mycon, okay, and SQL is what? So if we are going to use the update, insert something into the database, then we need to write SQL like insert into registration command values, and what value we are going to insert is, say, the ID which we are going to provide is, say, 200. The value which I am going to store is Atul. Sorry, the age, the second parameter is the age, so I'm going to provide the age as a 32. Let's write it in the next line so that it will be very clear. Okay, and 32. Then the third parameter is Atul, Saurav. The fourth parameter which I want to store is gender, that is male, and the last parameter which I want to insert here is sorry, not last, the username which I want to show is ABC, and the password is 123. Let me see whether that entry is available into this database or not. So first of all, 200 is not available. At the same time, Atul is also not available, right? So let's execute it. Okay, so let's execute it. Okay, so let's see whether that is inserted or not. Yes, you see this value is inserted here. Okay, so how to execute insert query? Whenever we want to use insert or any kind of update or any kind of what we can say, any kind of drop, then we will use this SQL update tag. And if we are trying to fetch out the record from the database, we are going to use this SQL query tag, right? So that's all from this session, and this session is basically the last session for JSP. In terms of JSTL, I have already covered XML processing. I already covered the code, and this one is basically used for database connection, right? So this is all about this JSP. in the next course probably we will start with the JSF or Springs, something like that. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Thank you once again.